It begins in silence, not with jets, not with tanks, not with troops crossing a border, but with a whisper beneath the darkest waters on Earth, 500 feet below the surface, where sunlight dies and pressure crushes steel. A single order travels through encrypted channels. It's a sentence only a handful of people in human history will ever hear. Execute launch protocol. No alarms, no speeches, no warnings. Just men inside a silent steel coffin turning keys that will rewrite the world in fire. Tonight, the first strike of World War III will not come from the sky. It will come from the deep. This is the moment the submarines launch. This is the moment the world changes forever. Long before the missiles launch, the war has already begun. Not on land, not in the air, but far below the surface, where ballistic missile submarines, the most terrifying weapons humans ever built, stalk each other in total darkness. In the North Atlantic, in the Pacific, under Arctic ice thicker than a house, 12 submarines belonging to the world's major nuclear powers drift like underwater ghosts. Each one carries enough firepower to vaporize entire nations. Each one operates under a doctrine simple and brutal. If our country dies, we fire. These machines were designed to guarantee retaliation, to promise that even if a nation is destroyed, its enemies will burn with it. This is the logic of the abyss. This is mutually assured destruction, hidden underwater. Inside one submarine, we won't name the country, the captain has barely slept. Messages from command have become strange. Encrypted updates arrive with fewer words. Satellite data has gone dark in some regions. Something is happening above them. But beneath the waves, information moves slowly. Then comes the message, authentication. Code confirmed. Condition. Severe threat. Prepare for possible launch. The crew goes silent. No one speaks. They just move. Automatic, trained, pale-faced. The war they've spent their entire lives preparing for might be here. In every nuclear submarine, launch authority follows a strict chain. 2 officers, 2 keys, 1 irreversible moment. The captain and the weapons officer open a sealed safe bolted to the floor. Inside, the launch protocol cards, laminated in red. They read the codes aloud. The computer verifies every digit. If even one letter is wrong, no missiles fire. But tonight, everything matches. The weapons officer's voice cracks as he confirms. Crew members glance at each other, not in fear, not in anger, but in resignation. They knew this moment could come. They just prayed it wouldn't be today. Turn keys on my mark, the captain whispers. This is the last human choice before the submarine unleashes hell. He closes his eyes and gives the order. It doesn't look like the movies. There's no fire underwater, no thunderous explosion, just pressure. The submarine angles upward slightly. Missile tubes flood with seawater. Gigantic hydraulic arms move into position. Then, a shockwave. A missile breaches the ocean surface like a breaching whale made of steel and death. It arcs upward, engines igniting only once it breaks into open air. Then another, and another. In less than 30 seconds, multiple intercontinental ballistic missiles are climbing toward the upper atmosphere at thousands of kilometers per hour. From the time the keys turned to the time the world ends, only 15 minutes will pass. At this moment, right now, billions of people continue their lives completely unaware. They go to work, they buy groceries, they sleep, not knowing that fire is already rising above the clouds. As the missiles climb, the guidance systems activate. Stellar navigation, inertial sensors, encrypted target packages that have been waiting inside the warheads for years. The missiles split into multiple re-entry vehicles, each one a separate bomb, each one aimed at a different point on Earth. One missile might hold 8 warheads. Each warhead might hold 20 times the explosive power of Hiroshima. From a single submarine, 100 cities can be erased. In the command bunkers, thousands of kilometers away, early warning radars start screaming, but they are already too late. The missiles were fired from the ocean. from the closest possible range, reducing detection time from 30 minutes to as little as 7. That is the nightmare of submarine warfare. No warning, no time, no escape. This is not an airstrike. This is not an invasion. This is annihilation, delivered silently from beneath the sea. High Command receives the alert. Ballistic missile launch detected. Phones ring. Generals sprint through hallways. Leaders are rushed into underground shelters. Confirmation arrives from multiple tracking stations. Trajectory consistent with incoming SLBMs. Someone whispers, "It's real." Inside the war room, there is no time for discussion. The planet is 7 minutes away from impact. The question every nuclear power faces is brutal. Do we retaliate, or do we trust that this is the only attack? A miscalculation here ends the world. Silence hangs in the room. Everyone waits for the head of state to speak. Then, the final order. Launch retaliation. The submarines on the other side of the world receive their encrypted messages. Another set of keys turn. Another storm of missiles rises from the oceans. World War III has begun. The first warheads begin re-entry. They travel at more than Mach 20, faster than anything a human can comprehend. Each one glows white-hot. Each one is seconds away from releasing temperatures hotter than the surface of the sun. Then, impact. A flash brighter than lightning. A fireball tens of millions of degrees. A shockwave powerful enough to shatter windows 50 kilometers away. Cities burn instantly. Planes fall from the sky. Communication networks collapse. And all of this happens in the first minute. Millions are gone before they even understand what happened. And above them, more warheads fall. This is only the beginning. Within half an hour, the world's greatest cities lie in ruins. Power grids collapse. Satellites fail. The global economy dies in a single afternoon. But underwater, the submarines remain alive. Their captains wait in silence, listening to static. Some wonder if their families survived. Some wonder if anyone survived. The ocean hides them from the fire above, but not from the guilt. They did not start this war. They simply obeyed orders. And now, the world is gone. In every military strategy document ever written, one truth remains unchanged. The most dangerous weapons are the ones you cannot see. Submarines exist for one reason: to ensure that if a nation falls, its enemies fall with it. But that same logic means one mistake, one misunderstanding, one false alarm can end human civilization. The world will never hear the missiles launch. The world will never see the submarines that fired them. But if World War III ever begins, this is how it will start, in silence. And by the time we realize what happened, it will already be over.